This is Svalbard, a group of islands belonging to Norway above the Arctic Circle, home to about 2,700 people, except not all of them are Norwegian. This isn't much of a surprise, since in today's globalized world, all you need is a tourist visa, a student visa, or a work visa to live in any other country. Except none of the non-Norwegians on Svalbard have a visa, because you don't need a visa to live in Svalbard. In a world where countries love their borders, how did this come to be? The story starts all the way back in 1596, when Willem Barents, a Dutch explorer, discovered a bunch of islands above the Arctic Circle while trying to find an alternative route to China. He sees the largest island, names it Spitsbergen, and boom, it's on all Dutch maps near you. Fast forward a couple of hundred years, and this region is now a base for whaling, fishing, and mining. Since there is no government and therefore no laws or regulations, the resources become a target for several northern European countries, a list dominated by the Netherlands, Russia, Norway, and of course, England. Some countries said they owned Spitsbergen, some countries said nobody owns Spitsbergen, and whenever there are resources-laden territories in dispute and European empires, there are trade wars, political deadlocks, and huge gunboats. Soon enough, the 20th century arrived, and along for the ride came the war began and the war ended, and the winners rushed to Paris to sign the Treaty of Versailles, with Germany officially ending the war. As a result, we got the beta, unstable version of the United Nations, the League of Nations. They had a long to-do list, one that included shaft Germany for being the bad guys, but more importantly, an item that said, try to not take over everyone else, thanks. They had seen how the smallest events could spark the deadliest of wars, and oh, look at this tiny place that's been the focus of international conflict for centuries. So when it came to the League to find a way to resolve the disputes, they went, I wonder who would be the perfect candidate to give this piece of land to. If only we had a fairly harmless European country that was famously neutral during the war. Wait, me? And on the 9th of February 1920, the Spitsbergen Treaty was created, effectively handing over the entirety of Spitsbergen to Norway with some conditions. There was an article in the treaty, which is why this video exists. The treaty allows all citizens of all countries that sign the contract to live, fish, hunt, and use all natural resources that Spitsbergen contains, as long as they don't break Norwegian law. A couple of years after the treaty was signed, Norway passed an act, the Svalbard Act, in their own parliament. As the name suggests, the first thing they did was rename the whole region to Svalbard and relegated Spitsbergen to the name of the largest island of the archipelago. Next, they installed a local government, appointed a governor, and established laws and regulations for the place, which included restrictions and quotas to prevent abuse of natural resources. Also, while one of the conditions in the treaty says that the whole region needs to be demilitarized, Norway is allowed to have a coast guard that watches over the fishes to make sure that nobody breaks the other conditions of the treaty, making sure that the natural environment is protected. And finally, they extended the part of the treaty that allowed people to live in Svalbard freely to the entire world, including countries that haven't signed the treaty. That being said, when the Norwegian parliament announced their everyone can come here, no problem act, we almost missed the asterisk right next to the everyone. But I'm gonna stop myself right there, because history is interesting. The section of visa policies, not so much, at least not in the same video. So I'm gonna keep that for another day, for another video. So there you have it, a group of islands rich with resources fought over frequently by rich countries until an organization wanted to put an end to that so that they don't risk starting another war by allowing anyone to live there except when they can't. If you're interested in why this statement is only technically correct, well, you're just going to have to wait. And while you're waiting, why not like this video and share this video to everyone you know who enjoys Arctic politics. Also, if you like this video and would like to see more of these videos, then definitely don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button thing, I guess, because I have a non-existent upload schedule. Once again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see everyone in the next video.